Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? I haven't been on for a while because we've been painting. So you see the purple room is now a cafe colored. Oh my gosh, this took 3 days of intensive painting. I still haven't painted the trim. I've got to go back and do that. This was back-breaking work. We have a tiered ceiling, so part of the ceiling is painted, and then the ceiling above that is still white. We're going to leave that white. So we had to paint it from the top to the bottom, and it was not fun. And we're both alive, and we didn't kill each other, so that's a good thing. Yesterday was our last day. We woke up, got busy at 9 o'clock, started working. We did take a long lunch break because my daughter had a nail in her tire and she needed her dad to take the car to get her tire changed. Excuse me. So he took off for an hour and a half to do that, and I stopped painting for a while he was gone. We ate some lunch, and then I took a quick little nap. And then he came home and he took a quick little nap. I started painting while he was napping. And it's this whole room. This is a really big room. You can't see how big it is, but it's a really big room. And I had file cabinets and bookcases and everything in here. And everything is out. So, I sell on Etsy and eBay. And we cleaned out the whole room. All the storage things are put in the closet where they should be, out of sight. So now there's just, my treadmill is still here, and we got a TV on a Chester drawer. So there's no more bookcase, nothing, everything looks different. I've got my desk a little bit set a little differently, but it's nice. It's roomy and airy. Now my husband's trying to get me to get rid of this desk. And I'm like, but I need my desk. I have to sit down and do readings and make videos. I need my desk. I'm feeling like, I already gave up my file cabinets, and they were full of things that I sell, not files, but things that I'm selling, on eBay and Etsy. I just put them in the file cabinet, and it was right next to me. So if I sell something, I just pull open a drawer, get it out. Now I have to go find it. And we're giving away the file cabinets tonight. And they're still full of junk, so I got to go empty them out. Anyway, enough about me. I'm sore from head to toe. My whole body was hurting, my back. I'm doing the baseboards and I'm doing the edges up top, all the ceiling work. I did that because my husband's 74 years old. He's not going to, I don't want him up on a ladder real high doing that tedious work, or down below painting the baseboards, making sure, you don't get it on the baseboard. So I'm having to use a straight edge and paint. But that means I have to crouch down on my tippy toes. And oh my God, y'all, my back was hurting so bad. I had that sciatic pain all the way down to my left leg. It's feeling better today. I'm feeling so much better today. I did some sciatica stretches yesterday. My daughter said, you should do those stretches. Just look them up and do them. And I did them, and they really did help. Plus, I have a back brace, and I wore my back brace for over 24 hours. I mean, as tight as I could get it. Slept with it on and everything, and I'm feeling a lot better. A lot better. So, anyway, we're going to stop painting for a little while and give our bodies a break. Enough about me. What I wanted to talk about was, as the title says, there already has been a female in the White House that was doing presidential duties. So there's a Democrat, y'all know who he is, Woodrow Wilson. He's the 28th president. He served from 1913 to 1921. And I read about him in a book because we were getting rid of our bookcase. And my husband had this book, and it was all about different presidents. And the book just flipped open to him, and it was so weird. And it was saying the first woman to serve in the White House, as president. And I read that at first he was against the women's movement. He was against the women's suffrage movement, but he did end up endorsing it. Historians rank him as an above average president. But during his second term, he had a stroke, right? Remember, he's in a wheelchair. And back then, the way that the law was written, the vice president couldn't just take over his duties because the law wasn't written like that. The vice president could only take over his duties if the president died. Now, when he had his stroke, he really couldn't do much of anything. But the doctor and his wife kind of hid what state he was in, what rough state he was in, how bad he was really doing. They kind of hid that from the public, right? So for 6 months, in secret, his wife, Edith Galt Wilson, I think that's what her name was, she basically ran the country. She made all the decisions so that her husband could convalesce and could, get back to a healthier state. So between her and his doctor, they shielded him, from anybody knowing his true condition, because he was in really bad shape. He couldn't really make a lot of decisions. And his wife wrote in her memoir that she studied every single paper that the senators and the secretaries sent to him, and she decided whether she could make a decision on it or did it need further input from her husband. So she kind of shielded him. She took care of everything that she could. If something was super important, she would present the matter to him if she thought, that it needed that. But she was, she was running the country. She was she was a stopgap person right there. Yes, he needs to make a decision about this. I can take care of this on my own. She was essentially the nation's chief executive from October 2nd, 1919 to March 1921. So, no wonder he was ranked above average. Woodrow Wilson can thank his wife. He was ranked above average. I talked to my husband about this, and he was like, well, that was only 6 months, and he had 2 terms. Well, I'm sure his wife had a lot to do with that no matter what. She was a great influence on him throughout, all the years that he was president. So it's time for women to take credit when credit is due. And we have Kamala Harris ready to take credit and to be voted into office. It's time for the United States to finally, vote for a woman in the White House as commander-in-chief. Let's put a woman there that we want there, that we trust and that we're sure that she can make these great decisions, somebody that we support and believe in and trust. So tonight is the debate night. Get your popcorn ready. I can't wait to watch it. I was really excited to watch the debate between Biden and Trump. And yeah, I thought Biden answered his questions really well. I thought, he explained them. But yes, he did lose his train of thought a few times and everything. He did stumble a little bit and trail off. Yes, he did. And he did kind of stand there gaping at Trump. But I'm sure Trump was getting under his skin. But anyway, tonight is going to be a completely different performance. Trump is going to behave like Trump behaves. He has been preparing for this debate. And I see that his aides, the people that are helping him, are basically telling him, well, they don't tell him anything. They have to couch everything that they tell him. They have to say it in such a way because he can easily get annoyed and offended. He doesn't take criticism well, and he definitely doesn't like to be told what to do. So when they tell him something, they say, making remarks about Kamala isn't helpful. That won't be helpful. That's how they couch their words. But we're going to see him act like a dog. And no offense to dogs, but Trump uses his instincts, you know. He goes just on instincts. So if he feels like he should, you know, revert back to his bad behavior, he's going to do it. And you can rest assured that he will. So Trump will try to diminish Kamala. And this is the picture that I'm getting. This is exactly what I'm going to say it just the way I see it. He wants people to believe that she's squirrely. I mean, for me, she is the furthest thing from squirrely, but in his mind, this is what I'm hearing. She's squirrely. You can't be sure of her actions. So, you know, like how a squirrel will run across the road and all of a sudden he'll get halfway across and you'll think you're going along, and then he'll come back and you run over him and you're like, if you would have just kept going, I wouldn't have ran over you. So like that, you can't be sure what actions she's going to take. She says she's going to do this and then she's going to run back and do something else. So he's going to try to make her look squirrely. So he's going to say things like that because that's the way his mind is thinking. She's squirrely acting, and that she is a person that flip-flops. And that's what we're going to hear from him. You know, he's just going to present her as somebody you can't trust. She flip-flops on the issues and she acts squirrely. But Kamala is going to hit him hard about women's rights issues and Project 2025. We're going to hear her really bring that up. And what I'm hearing her say is, we are not blind to the fact that this is meant to keep women down. So look for her to say that. We are not blind to the fact that this is meant to keep women down. Now, the Trump supporters, they're going to say, oh, he gave a strong performance. He did great. He won the debate. And of course, the Democrats and Kamala Harris supporters are going to say that, you know, that she gave the best performance, that she won the debate. But really, it's not going to be, it's no comparison, you know. It's no comparison between her and Trump. There's just no comparison. There really isn't. Trump is very theatrical. He's a showman. He's a conman. He's a snake oil salesman. And that's what he's going to do. He's going to do what Trump does. The moderators are going to hold his feet to the fire, right? They are going to say, but you didn't answer the question. They're going to push back on him. Now, they only have 2 minutes to answer questions. So, you know, I don't know how close they'll keep to the 2 minutes, if they're going to be, you know, easygoing or hard. But I do feel like David Muir is going to say, you did not answer the question, because he's just going to ramble and not answer the question that he's asked. They also aren't supposed to speak to each other, you know, and the mics are going to be cut off, and they can't like ask each other questions. But that's what is, you know, that's the rules. But that's not going to stop them from asking questions to each other. They're both going to ask questions of each other, even though it says you're not supposed to. They're still going to do that. But, you know, Kamala Harris is an attorney, and debate is what she has learned how to do. That's what she does. She debates. She's been debating all her life. She went to school. She learned how to debate. She's had trials, and that's a debate, you know. Speaking in front of a jury is debating what happened and what's going on. So she she knows how to debate. Her speaking skills are awesome. Do you remember when she debated Vice President Pence? They're showing that clip all the time of her saying, Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking, you know. But if you watch that clip, she does it so sweetly with such a beautiful smile. She does it beautifully. I mean, she doesn't do it with an ounce of meanness in her or anything. She comes off so sweet and just, hey, I'm speaking. I'm speaking. She keeps smiling through the whole thing. She knows how to debate. She knows how to handle it. So she's been trained and she knows how to do it. Now Trump, I think he's done 7 debates. I think that's what I heard. He's done 7 debates. So, you know, he's had his training too. He's trained for those debates. He's done those debates. So he's feeling pretty cocky. He thinks he can handle it. Although he does feel more pressure with Kamala Harris than he did with Biden. With Biden, I think he was pretty much letting Biden just, you know, hurt himself, basically. If they had the mic on, we might hear Trump hurting himself more too, but the mic's not going to be on. So anything that he would say, we're not going to pick up on, but we'll hear whatever he has to say when his mic is on. And that will be enough. She's going to do great in the debate. We're going to be so proud of her. She's going to put Trump in his place, and I can't wait to watch it. So, all right. That's about the debate. That's what I got on it, and I hope y'all are going to tune in and watch it. I think it's going to be awesome. I know y'all heard about the shooter on the Kentucky highway. Oh my gosh, they haven't found that guy yet, have they? I haven't seen too much news this morning. It was on for a little while when we first woke up. My husband turned on Good Morning America. I haven't heard anything about him. So his name is Couch, right? And they're looking for him. He shot up, I think he's shot 12 cars, something like that. But he hit like 5 people. One person, he shot them in the face, and I think they're still in the hospital. God bless each and every one and all the people that are affected by that shooting. I mean, there's just so many shootings. Right after the school shooting that happened in the Appalachia school, another school shooting happened with a kid shooting another child. I mean, we just got too many guns here, you guys. We need to get rid of these guns. We really, really do. And I know people are saying it's mental illness. It's not the guns, but it's, you know, it's a terrible formula. All the guns that are easy access, and there's always going to be a person that has mental issues, always. But there doesn't always have to be access to a gun, you know. So God bless everybody that was affected and, you know, by this shooter. And I pray they catch him very quickly. A lot of times the shooter has already passed away and, you know, killed themselves. I don't feel like that's what's happened right now with this shooter. I think he's hiding out. I don't feel like he's passed away. Not that he won't pass away, you know, before they do find him, but I feel like he's just on the run. They're going to catch him, though. They will. All right. Also, prayers to everyone in California experiencing these wildfires. Oh my gosh. There's like 18 different fires in California. I think the biggest fire is in Los Angeles County. So I am praying for everybody there, everybody that has had to, you know, leave their home to evacuate, and all the firefighters and everybody that's experiencing all the difficulties and heartbreak and, you know, all the problems that go along with this. There's, you know, there's the smoke, there's inability to move on the roads, and also, you know, the fear that your house is going to burn down. I understand that the way it's moving right now, I think it's an area that there's not a lot of homes, a lot of structures. So that's wonderful. That's good. Hopefully they can keep it contained. Um, it's moving into Bernardino County. I think that's what I read. I read about it right before I came on. So, you know, if the fire is near you and they want you to evacuate, I mean, the winds can pick up, things can just change, and you can have just, you know, minutes to leave your house. So if you're in an area where you know that it's possible that the fire will come to your home, please be prepared. Get all your important stuff in a box ready to go. Be ready to get out the door. So your laptop, your computer, whatever, your tablet, your medicines that you need to take on a daily, your important papers, deeds, or anything, a photo album, something that, something near and dear to your heart. Get a box, prepare it, be ready to go, Just know that everything can be replaced. You can't be replaced, your loved ones can't, but anything can be replaced. So be ready to go. If you have to evacuate, do it safely, okay? You don't want to wait till the last minute. You don't want to be out running around trying to get all your stuff and gather it all up. Be prepared, okay? So God bless you all. Keep safe. I love you. I'm thinking about you and praying for you all. And I'll be watching the debate tonight with y'all and thinking about you. And I'll be back on. We'll see how it goes, okay? And I am doing readings. I hadn't done any in a couple of days because I've been painting. But I'm doing healing sessions and readings. And I would be happy to do a healing session for you if you're in need. If you have a friend in need, a family member, a pet, anything, I'd be happy to do a healing session for you. So let me know if you need anything. I'm here for you. Love you guys so much. Take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. Love you.